Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see, I'm on the other half of the flu. Today's first day I've actually felt like a human being, and we'll see, I overdid it on the eyeshadow. Anyway, so thank you again for tuning in. We are going to talk about two cases that have been ongoing this week. One was the North Forsyth High School stabbing that happened in Winston-Salem in North Carolina. That happened a couple of days ago. And the missing person case of Frezja Baker, a 31-year-old mother from Charlotte, North Carolina, that has been missing since December 4th. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about the update in the stabbing of Cameron Graham, 16-year-old student at North Forsyth High School in Winston-Salem. They did a press conference today, and they have made it clear they are not gonna be charging the 18-year-old boy that stabbed Cameron. So, that is this kid here. They're saying reason being that both students had knives, and it was more of a self-defense situation. And it said they weren't going off just the video, they were going off of other evidence that was there at the scene, testimonies from other people that were there, and that this boy and Cameron were friends, and that when they arrived on the scene, the 18-year-old boy was standing over Cameron, crying, upset, because they were friends. So, I'm at a loss for words here because my thing is on the video itself, because there's 2 out there showing it from different angles, and the angle where he's coming into the bathroom, you hear students say, "He has a knife, he has a knife." So, it's like he left the bathroom, went and got a knife, and then came back. So, I don't know how they're going with self-defense on this, I don't know. They're police, they're investigators. I just find it odd that they're not pressing this, but, you know, it is what it is. So, it's a sad situation because no matter how you look at it, this 18-year-old boy has to live with the fact that he took his friend's life for the rest of his life. I hope to God they get him counseling and therapy because he's going to need it. He's definitely going to need it. So, but that is that case right there. Now we are gonna talk about missing mom, Frezja Baker. So, Frezja, like I said, went missing December 24th, or I'm sorry, December 4th, which was last week. She had dropped her 2-year-old son off at her grandparents' house after a dentist appointment. She was last seen on a surveillance video at approximately 9:52 PM at the Quick and Easy Food Mart gas station on LaSalle Street, near the intersection of LaSalle and Newcastle Street, and that's also in North Charlotte. Now she drove away in her vehicle, and there was supposedly a male acquaintance in the car, and described by the family as someone she knew but was not close with. Around 10:30 PM, she called her brother Fred Baker to say she was about an hour away from home but never arrived. Now on December 5th, her phone goes straight to voicemail. Family becomes alarmed when she does not call to check on her son, which they say is unusual. No formal report is filed yet, but concerns are building internally. On December 6th, the family files missing person report with Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, and this marks the official start of the investigation by Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department in their missing persons unit. So, Charlotte or CMPD publicly issues a missing person alert requesting community assistance. They release Baker's description, clothing details, vehicle information, and photos. And they classify this as a high priority due to concerns for her well being. On December 10th, family intensifies the search efforts, distributing flyers across Charlotte and checking potential areas where the vehicle might be hidden. Um, and they also release, surveillance images of her and her car at the gas station, which is a 2004 Honda Accord. It's a blue-gray color. So now we get to basically today, major development. At approximately 9:35 a.m., Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department responds to a death investigation scene in West Charlotte. Officers discover Baker's vehicle matching the exact description, including the temporary South Carolina plate. There you have it. With an unresponsive person inside. The car is confirmed to be linked to Baker's missing person case, and the cause of death has not been released. Now, they're saying this is potentially her and her car and all that, but the family has already come out and said It's her and it's her car. So this is her. And, you know, this is the situation. Now here, this guy in the corner is one Lorenzo Inman Jr. Now this is supposedly the person she was last seen with. Allegedly, they were in a relationship, I don't know, or they were friends, I'm not sure. I've seen both going back and forth. But I did do a deep background on him, and this guy has got a pretty intense history. To sum it up, he has a history of thievery, guns, and domestic violence, assault on women specifically. He also likes to intimidate people, witness tampering, you name it, he's done it. Now, there is one report going around saying that he is a convicted murderer. I have not seen anything of that unless he's done it in another state. But in the state of North Carolina, what I have listed off is what he has been convicted of. But I would dare say he is probably the number one suspect in the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department's book, and he would be number 1 in mine as well, because that is who she was last seen with, that is who she's been involved with. This is where you would start. And there's been reports back and forth saying he's been cooperating, then he's not been cooperating, so I don't know. But this close to the holiday season, to lose someone close, to lose somebody horrifically, she leaves behind her entire family plus a 2-year-old son who is now gonna grow up without knowing his mother. So let's pray for the Baker family, let's pray for the Graham family with Cameron Graham and the family of the boy that took Cameron's life. Everybody needs prayers. So, but this is a brief update. I want everybody to know that she has been found. It has not been confirmed by Charlotte police, but the family has already been speaking on it. So you can say, yes, she's been found. And the guy in the corner looks like to be the number one suspect as to why she has now been unalived. So thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. You have a wonderful day, and I may be back later. Bye.